What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I kind of went a little bit MIA, and yes, the screen is dark, but you don't need to see me all the time. And two, I'm not doing my makeup or my hair right now. I'm being a dude today. I'm just a dude, man, apparently, and I don't really care. But I was sitting here and obviously haven't picked up my cards to do much for the channel, but I started seeing visions of things for people, and it started with the earth sign. So I'm just going to go by elements. I'm going to tell you what I saw, and you're going to interpret it whether it's for you or not, and we're going to go from there. I'm going to use those psychic abilities, you know what I mean? So earth signs for you guys, I was seeing, like, you know, in the movies, I don't know if you watch Disney movies or if you've seen the movies with the spiral staircase and like the lantern and the guy either running up and down or really like up it really fast or down it really fast, and they've got the cloak and they're like going somewhere. I mean, I just keep thinking of Jafar in Aladdin, where he knew like the little back ways and he had his little corridor, or like the evil witch on Sleeping Beauty and Snow White, whatever, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I just saw this person, like they had like a lantern or like a fire in front of them, but they could only see the steps in front of them a little bit at a time. And I think that's either maybe some of you guys are going through that, or maybe what you need to know is like when you feel like you can't see where you're going, or you don't know if you're going the right way, you are, but they're only revealing to you things a little bit at a time for whatever reason. But you need to know that not only are you on the right path and it's slow and steady wins the race, even if it feels like you're walking upward, you're still making progress, you're still going somewhere. And not only are you're guarded, guided, and protected by some of the greatest, whatever that means to you. Either your ancestors are powerful, your spirit guides, loved ones, whoever you got on your team, whether you know about it or not, you are heavily, heavily protected. So there's going to be little synchronicities that happen in your life where maybe there was a car accident where you probably should have lost your life and you didn't, or there was a court case that went your way, or there was something where you know you shouldn't be here, but you kind of like in the back of your mind kind of question, well, was that what I think it is? Yes, it was. And not only that, but some of you guys are very gifted and you're just not really like either open to your psychic abilities, or you're unaware of them, or you don't even know how deep your roots go. So I would encourage you, some of you guys, if this is for you, to do some research into your history, because I definitely feel like there's magic for some of you guys. Stop. Things will be balanced, things will work out. It's just that I feel like some of you guys need to shed away things a little bit at a time in your life, because if everything were to happen at once, I think that some of you guys, it would be too powerful and it would overwhelm. Get out and sit down. Not only that, but it's like some of y'all would just take it and run with it if you knew exactly where you, like, how this would end. I think that, you know, you try to find that staircase, you try to find that way out, you try to run from this way or that way or make this, but I just feel like it might be a dark staircase and you can only see your 2 feet on the ground sometimes, and you feel like you have blinders on and you just run in this rat race. You're still making progress. Water signs for you guys, I saw like it was kind of like a sandy beach area, but it was a body of water, and but it was like a wooded area, and there were trees growing out of the ground up into the air. And as this tree started to rise up out of the water, it was not only stronger and wiser and built, you know, stronger than it's ever been in its life. It was living in this pool of water, you know, and it was growing, it was thriving. And I feel like some of us, we feel like we've been underwater for so long. And then I saw a hippopotamus, which is random as hell, but I don't know what the significance of that is, but someone might have to look it up. But it was just like this tree kept rising up, and then the more that it rose, the more it could see around it, and the more that it started to notice, because I feel like trees are living things too. Anyways, I started to notice, It looked around and it saw more and more trees just like it, growing up out of water, growing up out of mud, growing up out of situations that they probably normally, if you were to see, just like the roses, growing out of concrete type of thing, where we normally wouldn't have survived this, or maybe some people didn't want us to survive. And I feel like for some of us, we're literally building brick by brick, that have been thrown at us, and rising up out of this stronger, and in back to where we originally were, between realms of the spiritual and the physical. And there's really nothing that can shake us now, and not only that, but we're finding our soul tribe, we're finding more people like us, more souls on the same level, you know what I'm saying? On the same playing field. For some of you guys, things will be evened out, there will be justice, but there also needs to be more inner work done for some. More things are going to be slowly revealed and removed. I mean, I don't feel like this process is done, but I just wanted you guys to know that this is, you guys are building and you're rising up out of whatever it is that you're going through, stronger and better. Fire signs. I saw a window with kind of like a candle, or like more than one candle, but there was a breeze coming through, and I'm not sure if it was storming, but there was curtains in front of it. Now in this vision, the curtain started on fire and it kind of like engulfed the whole window, and then like the scene started to shift. So I'm not sure if someone has a candle next to a window where there is curtains, but please keep an eye on that. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but that's what I saw. But I feel like it was more about the significance of the fact that things kind of were burnt and charred for some of you guys, because then I randomly saw like two different scenarios. One where you guys took this broken window and charred and stuff, and rebuilt over the top of it, but it was still kind of, you could tell that there had been damage. And then there was like a random teddy bear that was thrown into it. So I'm not sure what that means, but it's more like you guys are realizing maybe that there's a situation or a place or a time where you've kind of tried to paint over those memories or that situation. Maybe you didn't realize how much that it hurt you as a child. Maybe you were taken away from something as a child, or something was taken away from you. Maybe you lost something in a fire. If you did, there will be justice for you, but I feel like more than anything right now, it's important for you to know that, yes, you can go back to the situation and repair it better than before, but it's more about peeling back the layers of all of that charred and broken and melted debris that was left on it, and then painting over it, instead of just painting over where there's bubbles and blotches, and you can invisibly tell that it's not okay and it's not fixed and it wasn't redone, it was just painted over. So I feel like there's something that you guys don't really want to visit, there's something you don't want to admit, or there's something that you really maybe just didn't notice how bad the damage was. But I feel like you're going to start noticing you have a choice on whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, I feel like there's a door opening in a new way or a new situation here, but it's your choice whether you go back and rebuild this one, where I feel like the damage has been done, to be honest. I don't know if things will ever be the same, but you can surely try to repair it if you feel like that's what you want to do. But for some of you guys, you need to kind of go to that new direction where that scene kind of lifted and go out the other door. Because that is something that you're going to be able to do as well. Air signs. There's this thing for your intuition to strengthen it. It was if you light a candle and you look at it for an extended a period of time, if you're in a room by yourself or you're meditating. But honestly, your guides are like, your guides are not really happy. They feel like there's something you're not getting almost. So like, don't you get it, or don't you see it, or what are you doing, or that there's something that you should be doing, there's something you already know about, but you kind of just like, I'll do it my way type of attitude, where it's the same thing that you've done over and over in whatever scenario that it is, but your guides are telling you to wake up a little bit. You know that you need to make this choice, that you need to do better. Whatever it is, maybe you need to speak up about something. Maybe you deserve better in a certain scenario for some of you guys. Maybe it's not even you guys, it's someone that you're dealing with. Maybe it is about making sure everything's even in your life. Maybe there's certain relationships where it's one-sided. Maybe there's a relationship for some of you guys that needs to go. Maybe it's about doing more soul searching for some of you guys, because I feel like some of you guys truly have forgotten. And that is not necessarily, I'm saying, in my Mufasa voice, like, you deliberately disobeyed me type of thing. But it's more like you really aren't getting the bigger picture that they're trying to portray to you for whatever reason. And they want you to wake up. They want you to heighten your abilities that you guys have, because you guys are the sharpest tools in the shed, right? You guys have that logic. You have that brain power. You have the vocal cords to match. You have wisdom. You have power. But I just feel like it's not being used for the right thing, or they want you to do something that you're not doing, or you're ignoring your intuition, or you're doing the same mundane, boring thing that you always done because it's comfortable, and they want you to step into your power. Some of you guys have a twin flame journey, or a twin scenario around you that you haven't even recognized that is yours. I feel like for some of you guys, you don't remember this person, and you've known them like many, many past lives, and this other person is aware of it, but you're not. I feel like there's some type of an awakening that needs to happen, or just something that maybe you should be aware of that you're just not catching on, if that rings a bell for some of you guys. Because I feel like some of you guys have just kind of like been floating, like, I don't know if you guys go canoeing or kayaking where you have to keep your balance or you flip over. You kind of just been balancing yourselves in the middle of this situation where you know that any second it'll flop over to the side and you'll have to start all over. But it's like you're just barely keeping the situation afloat, because the best way that you know how to avoid making any decisions to do something new. Because you don't know what that will lead to. You don't want to see what it would lead to. Some of you guys need to drink more water today. Some of you guys need to, they're saying yoga or meditation, something wherever you connect to, because there's something that they would like to reveal to you, either in a vision or a dream, or pay attention to the radio or whatever you're reading, or the clock, or whatever the case may be. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you guys have a good weekend. You'll be hearing from me again soon. Bye.